Hey, what's happening guys, and welcome back to another Hybrid Network comic review. Today we're going to be looking at Wonder Woman Rebirth number 1. Now, as our usual plan is right now, I'm going to be reviewing this issue here, and then once the full arc is completed, I'll come back and do that whole thing together. So without further ado guys, let's go ahead and get started. So there's not really a whole lot I can cover in terms of a recap for Wonder Woman number 1 because not a whole lot happens. This is probably one of the slowest comic starts I've ever read. It basically starts with Wonder Woman investigating some sort of rainforest. I think it was called Banakane or rainforest or something. It's made up. She's in this rainforest searching for someone to seek counsel about the whole changing history thing, and she's confronted by a lot of weird hyena looking monsters. And while that's going on, we have a side story with Etta Candy and Steve Trevor tracking down, I'm assuming, some sort of terrorist or warlord named Cadulo, who's kind of terrorizing this little village in this region. However, as the story progresses, we find that Steve and Etta have failed on this regard, that Cadulo has made it to the village, which I assume was the target point, and has cut out the hearts of the guards and has stolen the daughters of the village people. As Steve and Etta deal with these repercussions, Wonder Woman does battle with the hyena monsters in the rainforest, and the comic actually comes to an end as she's come face to face with Barbara and Minerva, aka the Cheetah, asking for her guidance. This book is difficult to really talk about in any depth, like I said, because a majority of it is just Wonder Woman giving warnings to these hyena people. I think it's supposed to build suspense, but when it's kind of cut in by the whole Steve Trevor story with Cadulo, it just doesn't feel like it was properly paced out. I don't know if that's a page number problem because this was only about 21 pages as the usual Rebirth stuff is, but it just feels like there wasn't a whole lot of tension in this scene in the rainforest. Not to mention, the Steve Trevor and Etta Candy story never really captured me, and it didn't really feel like there was this whole race against time because it was kind of just a juxtaposition of images that were just cut into the main storyline. So this issue is weirdly paced, and probably because it's just extremely slow. For a number 1, I'm not really seeing how this will entice anybody to keep on reading besides the whole cheetah stinger at the end. But I mean, other than that, I can't really see anyone who's jumping on here to keep going. The only thing I can see is because number 2 is going to be a different story set in the year 1 thing, but other than that, I can't really see someone coming back. Overall, I'd probably give Wonder Woman a 6.5 out of 10. If that seems a little harsh, I just kind of was expecting a lot more for a number 1, and this one just really did not deliver. It's too long and too short at the same time, if I can say that. It just feels very dragged out, and not a lot really happens, and that's kind of a shame. You kind of want to get to the main crux of your story, I think, in the first issue to kind of get people interested in what the story is going to be about. But this one, this actually could have been their Rebirth number 1 issue, if I'm going to be honest. They feel pretty interchangeable. Thanks for listening, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to the Hybrid Network for more of our comic reviews and podcasts and original content. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.